All right, y'all. Man. So, just doing a few little things I'm checking over since I've probably put about 500 miles on the bike. And I was talking about the brakes and how squishy they feel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check and just see how much fluid is in this thing. I had to take the windscreen off because the OG setups, even if you turned it out this way, that would kind of spill out. So let's just see what this shows us. I haven't cracked any of this stuff, and I would like to definitely get some front brakes. It's just too sketchy not having the brake power I want up front. So let's see what we can see. And a couple of my homeboys have been asking me on IG, like, when are they gonna see the first wheelies? After I fully go through this thing with a fine-tooth comb and I actually get really comfortable with it, there is some brake fluid here, but god dang, it's dirty. It's fine, the brakes are just squished city, and maybe we should bleed. Let's just try something. I like the fact bike bleeding is such a simple process, and you're just able to get with both items, the brake and the caliper, very easily. Wonder when the last time this was even cracked, if they bled it before. Couple pumps, holding, got a spurt and a squirt. And I don't really think that this is gonna do the most. I mean, man, that still feels like shit for sure. And I know I can make these brakes work a lot better than they are. Using the same calipers, of course. Now, like I said, I'm really not sure that this is going to perform any better given all the weak links of the old master as well as the old lines. So it may just be what it's gonna be. But I just wanted to try it. We're definitely gonna have to change these lines. So we tried. We gave it our best effort to see if these brakes would improve. You know, of course, the brake design, the bleeder valve is on the top side of the brake because you want all the air trapped to go up and it comes out when you bleed it. But it's at a bad area, you know, in relation to the wheel. It would probably be best outside right there. As a lot of the newer bikes, they have them outside. This is such old technology here. That should be good. How dare I use Honda fluid in a Yamaha? You know, just put the windscreen back on and we'll call that a day. We just explored a little bit. We've got that throttle cracking back real proper like now. You can see that. That's love. I love that. It was, you would crack it open before and it would just roll back to position. But now we've got it cracking. Ooh, the brakes actually feel a little bit better, but we'll be able to see what happens during a ride. And let's get this windscreen back on. As simple as that, everything is back to normal. Maybe that nut right there looks like it's screwed all the way in just about. Maybe we got a couple to go. Maybe I can mess with that and get it out a little bit more. Let's see. It's cinched all the way down. Like, this isn't gonna give us too much, but you know, it'll maybe save us a couple millimeters coming to the bar. See, it's actually out quite a bit further. So I usually like my brakes out because I just grab them with 2 fingers, and having about this much is where I need the brakes to be functioning really good. Grabbing them all the way to the bar is a little sketch, but this feels like we might have a little bit of game. We'll see tomorrow morning when I ride to work. It shouldn't be worse than what it is. Anyway, I think we're done. We're fixing up the last OG, man. We're gonna restore the last OG to its glory days. So just a few things here and there, minor stuff. I'll just nut and bolt this bike all in the way as I ride it and experience it and have fun with it. So, really cool bike. All right, after this morning's commute, I'm very pleased to report that the brakes are a little bit better, and that's very good news. You get a good initial hit, and the rest you kind of understand that the lines expand because they're old, and you know, that'll need to be addressed sooner or later. But Here's what a plot twist. Told you I was having rectifier issues. Something was going on. This looks like it's a replacement rectifier, not the original stuff. So I don't know how long that's been on there, how long it's lasted. But either way, got me walking on foot, and I'm stuck in the city trying to get in contact with my wife so she can go home and get the truck and trailer, bring it out here to me. We also have a Lowe's right here, so I'm gonna walk over there and see if I can figure out something to MacGyver the situation until she shows up. Welcome to my world, baby.
Eventually.
First thing I gotta do is see what the problem is. So I just got this old MacGyver kit just to crack the bike open, take stuff apart, see what's really going on. I found one burnt fuse and replaced it, but the situation didn't change. The other plot twist is I wanted to drive Sonoma tomorrow. So the car is on the trailer. And I don't know if my wife and kid are gonna be able to get it off of the trailer without fucking shit up. I may just have the room, because this is a really narrow bike. I may just have the room to load that thing up on there and still have some space. But man, oh man, we've got a dilemma. We've got a dilemma, cuz. But what would life be like if you didn't have issues that you had to figure out, right? And this is the fun thing about old bikes. Like, I knew it was gonna be a challenge, and I'm totally up for it. I'm not tripping at all. It's just interesting. Right, so the sun's going down, I'm losing light. The wife got the trailer hooked up. She's on her way, and I'm just fiddling with stuff to see what's going on. Now, I found this main fuse right here. This one that I got the fuse pulled out of, it kept smoking the 10 amps. I put the 20 amp in, gave it a little bit of power. This igniter started smoking. Cool, whatever, I can replace this, no big deal. But that means we have a short somewhere. So it's actually not what I was thinking. The rectifier is right here. I'm going to replace that just because, but to get to the basis of it, I've got to figure out where in this wire loom that we have an issue, because we definitely do have an issue. So when it shut down on me on the freeway, it cut all power. It was like it just lost all power, period. But we see that it's not a rectifier, it was a blown fuse. Then put in one of the spare fuses, that fuse blew again. We went from the 10 to the 20 and started Lieutenant Roaster batching this digital igniter. So now the igniter, it has a continuous current sound going through it when you plug it back up. So I just unplugged it. Really not a huge deal. You could probably get that on eBay for like 50 bucks or whatever. I'm still in it to win it. I'm still very interested in this because this isn't like my dream bike, but I'm really digging the old school vibe. I still feel cool as shit, like the coolest cat on the planet when I'm riding this bike. So now it's just like the iffiness is kind of getting ruled out. I'm starting to get a direct understanding of what the problem, what the issue is. I could always just grab a whole wire harness and replace it. It's just a little bit of work that needs to be done. It couldn't have happened at the worst time, but I'll be able to get through it. I'll be able to deal with it. So I knew I wasn't gonna get away scot-free. I knew I had some work ahead of me. I was just very happy that I haven't had to do much and I've been able to enjoy the bike for a little bit. What I'm going to end up doing is setting it down for a second, and I'm just gonna get those parts that I need to get. And I might as well just start getting all the other things that I want to put on it too. It might have been a situation that has happened a long time ago, but it's just been able to operate because it hasn't been ridden. But since I've ridden it every day, the problem started to persist a lot more that was already in effect. So that's kind of one of the things that's kept me from really going hard on it, hitting the twisties, yanking up wheelies and all of that kind of shit. Because I don't fully know the bike yet. And the bike is showing me who she is and what she is. And that's cool. and I accept her for who and what she is, but I'm gonna get this hoe fixed. Those of you that are interested in the motorcycle content, you're gonna get to see me build this thing from where it's at to what it's gonna end up being. I'm gonna watch this sun go down and wait for my rescue to come. I'm really concerned because my wife has both of my kids in the vehicle, and that trailer is loaded for my Expedition. My Expedition is a bigger, heavier, longer chassis, and it can handle how the trailer has weight distribution on it right now a whole lot better than that short, light, little wheelbase Lexus SUV. It's not even a real SUV. I just call them people movers. They're like crossovers. So that's my only concern, is her getting here safely, because that thing will wiggle and wobble quite a bit. It even does it with my truck every once in a while, but my truck is so big and burly, it's not a big deal. But I'm just wondering how she's gonna handle it. So I'm nail biting over here right now just because of that. Fingers crossed everything's gonna turn out perfectly fine. I'm gonna get home and everything's gonna be okay, cause I said it is. Here she goes, driving hella fast, so she gotta slow down right here. But I'm just thankful that she's made it, because I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but it's gonna work. All right, sun's down, it's dark. I made it happen. We've got a car and we've got a bike on this trailer, and this Lexus is so overloaded. I'm gonna try to get it home. Not how I thought my day was gonna go, but everything's all right. So let's make it to the house. Holy crap, y'all. Well, we made it home. Basically down the street from my house, but what a freaking turn of events. Totally not what I expected to happen today, but it's kind of what I expected to happen eventually. I knew that we were gonna run into some kind of issue with this thing. But the odd part is the wire harness is exceptionally cheap. Okay, so like 30-40 bucks. I'm for sure gonna buy the wiring harness and not even really trip with trying to search for the problem here. Then we should be back on the road, get this thing back on the road, and I might just be rolling to all the events with the FZR and ride that around town instead of the dirt bike. So ain't no telling, of course he'd rev on me, ain't no telling, you know, this might replace the dirt bike. All right, super trivial. You gotta learn how to take them L's when you get them. And at the end of the day, I still have my dream old school. Super shout outs to my wife and family for coming and grabbing me after a long day of work on her end as well, and then fighting traffic 2 ways to the house and back out to come grab me. So she's a trooper. Love her for that. But when I was little, I learned 2 phrases when you have a hard time. Okay or oh well. 1, you accept it. Okay, this is what's going on. This is the new reality, right? And then you have oh well. Whatever, because you're gonna bounce back either way. Either way, you're gonna figure out like what's going on. And it's just the current reality that you always have the power to change. That bike is extremely light until you gotta push it a quarter mile off of the freeway and then across some busy streets that don't nobody give a damn why you're pushing a bike. So society's awesome at times. Oh man. A hell of a day, great day. Some of you that are tuned into my Instagram did see, we'll put it right here, over here in the corner. Super D Cup has gone to the Midwest. The next round is a competition round, but it's a Midwest event. With all the things that are going on for me right now, in personal life and everything else, I want to go. Super D Cup, Midwest, US Air. I get to shred with my Proceed brothers. Just got to figure out how to get there. So let me get some rest. This completely changed the direction I was gonna do with the vlog. You can see I was starting with me checking the bike, and I was going to check some stuff every week and just enjoy riding it without modding it. But that show changed, didn't it? Oh man. Alright, so I'm gonna go to sleep, man. Remember, it's okay or oh well. Ain't shit ever that big of a deal. It's okay or oh well. And you can always follow me on the Instagram right here. Sometimes I'll post on Twitter. Typically when my YouTube videos go live, it'll come up right there with a Twitter. On my Twitter bio, Twitter link, or tweet, or twat, or whatever it is. I guess I'm accepting getting old. I don't know how none of this stuff works. But thank y'all for joining in. And dude, it's almost summertime, right? Jalen's almost out of school. He's been so tied up with this Fortnite and Roblox stuff. It's so hard to get him to do anything with me. But we're going to get him out to something, man. I'm going to throw his phone in the Atlantic Ocean. That means I'm going to have to go to the East Coast and throw that shit away. But I'm going to throw his phone in the Pacific or run over it or something. Just to get... I guess I don't understand the Fortnite hype. And he's been trying to get me on it. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? Put it in the comments. Should I see what this Fortnite stuff's all about? Because he's hooked. He's just on it. And he won't get off it. And for the PlayStation, I guess it's free. So I don't know. Maybe we'll stream some Fortnite. I gotta figure out how to bond with the kids since that's all he's attached to right now. But anyway, I'm going to sleep, dude. I haven't ate nothing. I'm gonna finish this water because my body needs it. But for you that have come for motorcycle content, you're gonna get to see me build this FZR now because shit, it broke. And that's what car guys do. That's what tuners do. That's what enthusiasts do. If you break, you get modded. Ain't no more keeping it stock. You heard? So I'm out, man. Peace, 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 peace.
Got to have dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice. I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication.